Justin Bieber is the only one who posted a music video filled with terrifying hidden messages.
She is now unable to close her eyes forever.
Do you ever get the feeling things are getting stranger out there? I'm your host Deciphra, and tonight we're decoding all things dark and twisted that the internet has to offer. Get comfortable and enjoy.
Justin Bieber is the only one who posted a music video filled with terrifying hidden messages, and we all misunderstood what he was trying to tell us. The video starts immediately with Justin arriving in some kind of banquet hall filled with men and women who look rich and influential. Two of the guests are even wearing diamond crowns on their heads, and that detail is not insignificant. We also can't forget that during Diddy's trial, former bodyguards allegedly revealed that princesses attended those parties. Then in the video, the orchestra is made up entirely of children. You have to understand that they are there to entertain the adults, and during that time, the guests are stuffing themselves with extremely strange dishes. To us, the food looks disgusting, yet to them, it all seems delicious. One of the first dishes shown contains cherries, and in Christian artistic tradition, the cherry represents sweetness. But in Canada, Justin Bieber's home country, the symbolism is completely different. When someone says they lost their cherry, it means they lost their The worst part is that at the bottom of the plate, you can see a picture of Justin when he was a child. The message suddenly becomes clear. These people were consuming Justin years ago. Through this video, he is explaining to those who truly see it what he went through during his youth. You can doubt all of this, but just know that Justin clearly confirmed these explanations during an interview a few years ago. Despite how happy he appears in the video, the filming was extremely difficult for Justin. Behind the scenes, it was revealed that he suffered multiple panic attacks and had to delay filming several times because he wasn't feeling well. It brought back very painful trauma for him, and honestly, it's easy to understand why. Maybe that is the price to pay for becoming famous so young.
He's clearly communicating something dark beneath the surface. Question is, what else is he going to reveal?
Extra Morbid Facts, Part 215. In Maryland Heights, Missouri, 28-year-old Danielle Uskovich was attending the Point Fest Rock Festival when she was accidentally kicked in the head by a crowd surfer during a performance by the band Sleep Theory. At first, she thought she had only suffered a minor injury, but days later she developed severe headaches and was rushed to the hospital where doctors discovered a brain bleed. Danielle subsequently suffered 2 strokes, underwent emergency surgery to remove multiple blood clots and a large amount of blood from her skull, and was placed into a medically induced coma. Despite doctors' efforts, she died 10 days after the incident, just months before her planned wedding.
This is the kind of random tragedy that makes you realize how fragile life is when you put yourself at the mercy of a chaotic crowd.
The World Cup opening ceremony. Now, this is what I call art. Okay. I see a lot of celebrities do that. Not bad at all. I heard it means diamonds are forever. Not sure what's going on over here, guys. Maybe that's her favorite shape. My favorite shape is circles, and hers must be triangles. A lot of people do it. It's cool. It's nothing to worry about. I used to play with blocks. They used to come with rectangles, triangles, and stuff like that, guys. Maybe they showing us something. Maybe they not. Maybe it's a part of the rehearsal, part of the show, part of the dance that they came up with. This is cool stuff. They always show us at the big events, the big concerts, and things like that, guys. So it's been going on for a while now. Nothing to worry about. Is what celebrities and, famous people do. There was actually a lot of interesting things going on at that opening ceremony at the World Cup. But you guys got to see it for yourself to see all the good stuff. You're missing out. There's a few things going on over there that have nothing to do with soccer. But I guess it's popular and it's just a cool thing to do. Shh! Shut up! You know what time is it, guys? And it's time for you to go watch it because this video is for entertainment purposes only, guys. Go check it out. The World Cup 2026. Let's go. I don't know. Who knows? Let me know. I'm out.
Whereas before, they used to be a little bit discreet about it. Now they're just coming straight out into the open.
There's definitely nothing dodgy about Ronaldo hitting 666 million followers as the World Cup started on his 6th World Cup whilst he's following 633 people. Well, they don't call him the GOAT for nothing, do they?
Some numbers choose their moment way too well.
An adventure company in Brazil forgot to attach the bungee cord to a woman in her 20s before throwing her off of a bridge 20 meters high. They only realized after they had thrown her that they hadn't attached the cord. There were 6 people that were involved that have now been arrested. 2 of the people actually ran, and the military police in Brazil had to actually hunt them down in a nearby forest and found them. But how do you forget the rope?
A mistake so basic, it almost feels criminal.
She is now unable to close her eyes forever. Her name is Chen Nisi, and she's undergone 5 eyelid surgeries ever since she was 19 years old. Now, if you were anywhere near Chinese social media during her peak popularity, she had become one of the most talked about influencers because of her plastic surgery journey. Unlike a lot of influencers who just hide everything, she was actually pretty open about it. She uploaded videos explaining her surgeries, talking about her experiences, and overall just trying to spread body positivity all around, telling people to, just love themselves. People started relentlessly mocking her for her appearance. People would just clown on her for her new chin, and also just saying that she looked way worse than before the surgeries. So in a way to prove her haters wrong, or show them she didn't even care, she decided to undergo the fox eye surgery. And this is where everything went downhill, because after the operation, she noticed a very noticeable crease. So then she got another surgery to make it look more natural. Then the wound reopened, so she got another surgery to try to fix that. Then more corrections, more repairs, and she was pretty much just trapped in this cycle to the point where she didn't even remember what the original issue even was. And because of all those repeated surgeries and fixes, her eyelids ended up losing 5 layers of skin. So she now has to use eye drops every couple of minutes because she can't blink.
Yeah, it looks like to me we are starting to see the full price of convenience. Can you really imagine what must have gone through the flight attendant's mind when they were sucked out of that aeroplane? Absolutely terrifying.
What in the world is going on in Nebraska? And why do I say that? Because a farmer who was out in his field in one of his vehicles was surrounded by ticks all over the vehicle. The video is unbelievable to see. Have a look at this for yourself.
I hope you guys can see this, but that is all ticks. Little small ticks. Disgusting.
This is totally insane, with many people in the area claiming that in their 71 years of farming, they have never seen this many ticks in their lives, leaving a lot to ask the question as to what the heck is going on with this tick situation. A lot of people have come forward and said that this is not normal, especially farmers. They're very concerned for their livestock with the amount of ticks that they're finding both on their equipment, in their fields, and on their animals. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
It would seem nature has decided to go full horror movie this season.
Oh, we're on the ground. We're on the ground. We're on the ground. Oh, yeah, see it? See it?
Oh, I see that. That's beautiful.
Get up in that. I'm going to go right here on this road. Come on.
Yeah, just flash towards it.
Yeah, get on it. Yep, gonna go. Eric, go back there. Got it. This is the most incredible. Oh my God.
Yeah, absolute zero survival instinct, but absolute maximum content.
Here's a tornado on a mountaintop. I have never in my life heard or seen of a tornado on a mountain before. A tornado on the top of a mountain. Our weather's getting strange, Booskies. Shabadoo!
Yeah, it just shows you nature doesn't need special effects to be terrifying.
Ah! Tiger shark! Tiger shark ran me.
Whoa!
Yeah, a short reminder from nature who really owns the water.
Facts about Earth that do not seem real. The Appalachian mountain range is so old, over 1 billion years old, by the way, that they are older than Saturn's rings, which are only 100 million to 400 million years old. And after doing some research about this mountain range, I found something super cool. So the brown parts on this map were all one mountain range at one point, and obviously we know about Pangaea. I hope to God you know about Pangaea. Over the course of hundreds of millions of years, they split apart and the continents moved away from each other. But what is so interesting is that all of the other brown parts across the world also experience weird, cryptid, UFO, and strange phenomenon like people have on the Appalachian Mountains. It could just be because this mountain range is so old, there's been so much folklore, so much history, so many indigenous cultures across this mountain range over the course of years and years and years. But I wonder if people from across the world hear something in the woods and they go, yep, no I didn't.
So the Appalachian Mountains are older than Saturn. Let that one sink in.
If they were using my image, they were using images of me as a prepubescent child. So the summer I turned 12 years old, I decided to look myself up on the internet. And I spent the next 25 years or so, I mean, honestly, more than that, still to this day, wishing that I had never done it.
Mara's childhood was spent in the spotlight. When she was just 9 years old, she played the lead in Matilda.
Because what I found were people on a forum saying that they had images of me nude and having sex. Now, I was 12 years old. Obviously, there was nothing like that out there about me. I, had never been kissed.
They'd used images of her from her films and turned them into child sexual abuse.
Most of the pictures of me out in the public eye were of me from ages 5 to 9. So if they were using my image, they were using images of me as a prepubescent child. I was incredibly devastated. I could not stop crying. I felt ashamed. I kind of tried to hide. And I think it may have been one of the factors that led me to not want to act anymore. With AI, what happened to me can happen to any child or any woman. It can happen to anybody.
Yeah, this is deeply uncomfortable and very, very tragic.
I've seen some weird stuff in my life, and I'm not here to judge, but there's a video I want to play, and I want you to tell me what exactly is going on here. There's so much to unpack, and I can't wrap my head around any of this. We live in a crazy world, but this has got me boggled. Can you tell me what the hell's going on here? Because I'm at a loss for words.
Just goes to show some private hobbies should stay private permanently.
Okay, no joke. If this is version 1, we are absolutely cooked. Now, keep in mind, these are getting better every single day. This is literally the worst that they will ever be. So tell me, Is this evolution or extinction?
We're looking at Oscar, the first human modular prototype that is able to live in various setups. Connect the brain to the heart module to activate the blood circulation. Now, the lung is going to start breathing. You can see both organs are now collaborating.
Now, keep in mind, these are getting better every single day. This is literally the worst that they will ever be. So tell me, is this evolution or extinction?
Yeah, all I can say is they are learning way too fast.
Do you have any? I want y'all to be the judge of this.
No, I don't have any side effects.
Do you have any?
I don't have any.
Can you feel it?
I can't feel it.
My name? It's not too important. What I'm about to tell you, it's extremely important. I'm one of the first people to get a Neuralink implant in my skull. If you guys can see and don't really know what a Neuralink is, it's kind of like an electronic chip from Elon Musk embedded in your skull. At first it was kind of like a Fitbit, kept track of vital signs, stuff that was going on in my body. Eventually it's gotten to a point where I can move a mouse without even touching a computer. I can connect. I can download.
You heard what he just said? He said he's not the only person that has that chip. And he has another video that's on his page. Now that, I don't know if it's AI. Maybe it is, and maybe it's not. But I want you to look at it and see how he was moving in that video. I need to know, are you getting that chip? Do you trust it? Do you trust it enough to get that chip? I'm out.
The merger of man and machine is no longer theoretical.
Breaking news out of Virginia, which should remind all of us the importance of shopping local. This all started with the fact that Walmart came out, put 1 million businesses out of business. Then Amazon's out, which how can you not use it? It's the return policy, the cheapness. I understand it, but just listen. Amazon Web Services want to release water from one of its data centers into Louisa County's natural water sources, including Lake Anna in Virginia. The draft permit on the table would give Amazon Web Services permission to release 280,000 gallons of water a day of cooling water from its data centers into Sedges Creek. Okay, so listen to this, which flows into Lake Anna. Amazon says it would only use this method during the hottest periods, which it predicts to be 4% of the year. Again, you can only listen to half of what you hear and see half of what you say. You know the deal. But then listen, this water is much warmer than the water it will be dumping into, which means that with this much water, it will likely significantly affect the fish population and everything else adapted to the current environment. Also, it doesn't matter seemingly how many people say they don't want this. It's just like that one in Utah. They seem to want to be going ahead with it. Now, here's the crazy part. This guy says, Amazon says the water doesn't touch servers, but he found that it doesn't matter. Treated non-contact cooling water does not touch servers directly, but picks up metals like zinc, copper, aluminum, and cadmium. This would be catastrophic, he says. Now, of course, even just the temperature of water itself, if you listen to Victor Schauberger and listen to what Victor Schauberger did in Austria, you could dump a bucket of warm water upstream during the winter months when you can see fish swimming in the pond, and even just a slight fluctuation in temperature messes them all up. There's a whole book on it. I read it. Anyway, but these heavy metals too, that's not ideal, man. So they're using water and we're not happy about that. But then they're giving the water back. Well, we're not happy about that either, because then it's going to be polluted or a different temperature. It's going to affect the environment. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think we should be letting that happen, or maybe we should not? And this is just a standard B-roll footage of glyphosate aerially spraying in Canada, which we need to stop as well. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more.
The hidden cost of the cloud is becoming harder to ignore.
Nobody else see the subliminal messages right in front of our face. See how Fox News tells us that war and evil has won. If you don't believe me, watch this. You just turn it around. There's war and evil won. Evil won. With the all-seeing eye up there in the right hand.
Yeah, all I can say is the graphics team have a very dark sense of humor.
Major warning, if you have vivid dreams or nightmares, you're gonna need to hear this. This isn't just about bad sleep. There is a lot of research that's been done recently showing that people who experience intense, vivid dreams or often nightmares show higher levels of dissociation, meaning the line between what's real and what's not can actually start to blur. There was some research that was done recently conducted on a number of different patients. Some people who frequently dream, people who experience dissociation information, and people who don't really dream that much. Now, it showed that people who have vivid dreams often report feeling detached in real life a lot of the time. Like things don't truly feel real. You may have had that before, dissociation. Almost like you're watching your own life happen, or like things just feel weird. I've had it before. Now, there's also a link to something called schizopsy. Not schizophrenia, but it's called schizotyphy, which basically is an unusual pattern of thinking. You can see connections that aren't really there, or feel like something is off with reality, like just feels a bit odd. And here's the part that's really weird that they linked between these people. When you are having super vivid, almost lucid dreams that feel extremely real, and then in your life you kind of feel a little bit detached, your brain might not be fully switching off the dream mode when you wake up, meaning parts of the dream world start linking into your real life, literally like Inception, where a dream feels so real it's real and then you can't tell what's real and fake, blah blah blah. So what the researchers are now asking is a bigger question: are vivid dreams actually healthy and just random dreams, or are they a sign of something more, and that your brain is actually processing reality completely differently?
Well, that is just great. So you're telling me sleep isn't even safe anymore?
This man has spent 12 years standing without sitting down, believing that in the 13th year he may finally see Lord Shiva. The man, known as a Hindu ascetic, gave up college and chose a religious life. He made a vow never to sit down again and has kept that promise for more than a decade. He sleeps while standing and spends his days leaning against a wooden support when he needs rest. Years of standing have taken a serious toll on his body. His feet have become swollen and damaged, and he regularly receives treatment and ointment to help manage the pain. Despite the physical challenges, he says he will continue until he receives a vision of Lord Shiva. He belongs to a group known as the Standing Babas, ascetics who perform extreme acts of devotion. Some members of the group have reportedly remained standing for more than 30 years. Others have taken different vows, including keeping one arm raised for years or even decades without lowering it. One well-known ascetic, Amar Bharati, raised his right arm and never lowered it again. Over time, the arm became permanently fixed in place. His dedication later inspired other followers to take similar vows. Whether this man will achieve his spiritual goal remains unknown, but after 12 years, he shows no sign of ending his commitment. Do you believe he will see his God next year?
At this point, is it dedication or is it self-destruction?
More than 1,700 people are taking legal action against the travel company TUI after becoming ill while on holiday. At least 8 British people are believed to have died in the Cape Verde Islands, following reports of stomach bugs. That's according to lawyers from Irwin Mitchell, who are leading the personal injury claim. In February, the UK Health Security Agency found that since October 2025, there had been 112 reported cases of Shigella and 43 of Salmonella linked to travel to Cape Verde. Shigella and Salmonella are gastrointestinal infections which can cause diarrhea, stomach cramps, and fever. Eleanor Walsh and her family were among those who booked a package holiday to the island through TUI last year. She died shortly after arriving.
Mum then became unwell. The following day she deteriorated and became worse, and then by the morning of the 10th she was gone.
It's like your limb is gone.
TUI is investigating the claims, but said that it's not in a position to provide a statement at this stage. While Riu Hotels and Resorts said the health and safety of guests were its main priority, and that their hotels in Cape Verde follow the strictest international health and hygiene standards.
A devastating outcome for what should have been happy memories.
Whether you believe these are real or faked actually does not matter at all. There is a much bigger problem with crop circles. Whoever is designing these has a geometric knowledge that is so deep it requires a multidisciplinary analysis from multiple fields of science to decode these things. Magnetic field, for example. They can also take the top view, rotate it on its side, and then give you that side view. They can show you what a bar magnet's magnetic field looks like, but you got to know that this is a 4-poled bar magnet to actually decode this. They've shown magnetic components like this motor and stator. They've taken very complex 3D geometry and flattened it down into a 2D representation of it. Some of them are even ancient spiritual concepts like the geometry of space-time, the geometry of consciousness, or the flower of life. At Stonehenge, they were able to execute a perfect Julia-set fractal. Some show detailed celestial events like the lunar calendar and an 18-year lunar eclipse cycle. Molecular geometry of vitamin A. Easy work. Correct perspective and ternary code for CERN. Easy work. This one's a quantum particle mapped from 8 dimensions down to 2 dimensions. Now, these guys really got me into this. Now, these may look deceptively simple, but you don't just draw this shape. They're describing physics concepts from something called sympathetic vibratory physics. It is very specialized knowledge you really have to dig for. Think like Tesla.
Whoever or whatever is creating them clearly has a level of intelligence, purpose that keeps the mystery alive year after year. things are definitely getting stranger out there. If you enjoyed this video, then you know what to do, and I'll see you in the next one.